Good day, everyone. I'm Paul Christian C. Bernarte, the leader of the group. The contemporary world presentation is all about a global citizenship. Before we start our presentation, we have learning outcomes. At the end of the lesson, the students are able to the first is articulate the a personal definition of global citizenship and appreciate the ethical obligations of global citizenship. The first to tackle is about meaning and the usage of global citizenship. So it is believed that a person's identity transcends political and geographic boundaries and that rights and obligations stem from belonging to a border class of known as humanity. So the conclusion, being of the global citizen is one of the essential skills that connect the world today. That in our educational institutions and beyond, we must not stop prioritizing global citizens as we work to build more equitable, sustainable, and inclusive world. Next is to tackle about usage of global citizenship. It is applied to human rights, education, philosophy, psychology, and international governance. So, meaning of this global citizenship is a umbrella term of social, political, environmental, and economic actions of globally minded individuals, communities around on a worldwide scale. Also, to describe the social, environmental, economic actions by individuals and communities who recognize that every person is a citizen of the world. The next is global citizenship used in education. The word global citizenship refers to the social, environmental, and economic in initiatives undertaken by people groups who acknowledge that all people are global citizens. So meaning of this, the question for myself is how does the global citizenship help students as a students and for the future? It can also help this in education. So cultivating critical thinking, problem solving skills, global citizenship education that nurtures the critical thinking and problem solving skills in students. They learn to analyze complex global issues, that to evaluate different sources of information, and to develop well informed opinions. First is the global citizenship education. So global citizenship education or GCED is starting to eclipse or surpass long-standing movements like international education, human rights, multicultural education, and education for sustainable development. So this one is about with this concept of global citizenship is beginning to supersede to overarch movements as multicultural education, peace education, and mga human rights. So this one, next is the global citizenship has associated with prices for humanitarian services. So this concept of global citizenship has been linked with awards offered for helping humanity. So yung mga teachers are being given the responsibility of being social change agents. Next, about the global citizenship, what it is importance this how is importance global citizenship in education? It helps young people develop the core compen competencies which allow them to actively engage with the world and help to make it a more just sustainable place.
Critical and transformative perspective. Citizenship is defined by being a member with rights and responsibilities. Therefore, GCED must encourage active involvement. GCED can be taught from a critical and transformative perspective, whereby students are thinking, feeling, and doing. In this approach, GCED requires students to be politically critical and personally transformative. Teachers provide social issues in a neutral and grade-appropriate way for students to understand, grapple with, and do something about. Next is world-mindedness. Graham Pike and David Selby view GCED as having two strands. The first strand is world-mindedness. It refers to understanding the world as one unified system and a responsibility to view the interests of individual nations with the overall needs of the planet in mind. The second strand is child-centeredness. It is a pedagogical approach that encourages students to explore and discover on their own and addresses each learner as an individual with inimitable beliefs, experiences, and talents. The last one is holistic understanding. The holistic understanding perspective was founded by Mary Merrifield, focusing on understanding the self in relation to a global community. This perspective follows a curriculum that attends to human values and beliefs, global systems, issues, history, cross-cultural understandings, and the development of analytical and evaluative skills.
Global citizenship as used in philosophy. Yung global citizenship is ini-encompass niya yung social, political, and philosophical ng isang individual. Pero yung global citizenship, hindi lang siya nakakulong sa isang tao, pwedeng sa isang grupo, organisasyon, o sa isang bansa. Pinagkokonekta at pinagbubuklod ng global citizenship yung mga yon. Pero nagiging challenge ng political and geographical ng isang bansa kasi may pagkakaiba-iba sila ng interes.
Global citizenship is defined as awareness, caring, and embracing cultural diversity by promoting social justice and sustainability coupled with a sense of responsibility to act. Risen and Strachan-Miller 2013, p. 858, Cesario 2017, suggested that awareness of global trends and issues is a necessary first step in understanding global interconnection and taking action to challenge social justice. Global citizenship does not mean abandoning allegiances to countries or ethnic identity, but rather is a recognition of our world shares humanities.
Good day everyone, my name is Marjorie Miliana and my topic is all about global citizen, its use in other aspects, geography, sovereignty, and more citizenship. Yung global citizenship, hindi lang siya naka-enclose sa isang governance and living. Sa proceeding ng government-like meetings, pumapasok na yung global citizenship. Like example, hindi na sila kailangan kompleto sa venue, kasi yung iba kasali sa meeting, pwede na nasa ibang lugar, pwedeng maka-attend because of technology. One way pa ng global citizenship ay yung voting. Hindi na kailangan bumoto inside the country. Kumbaga kahit saan sila mundo, pwede silang makaboto. Maraming definition and ties ang global citizenship, pero habang nagbabago yung bansa, maaaring nagbabago din yung global citizenship.
Hi, I'm Axelin Esperas and I'm the reporter of Globalization Citizenship as Used in Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, drafted in 1948, emphasizes individual liberty, equality, and equity. As society evolves, human rights methods involve including internet access, LGBT rights, and environmental rights. However, enforcement remains challenging due to disrespect and abuse by sovereign states, religious institutions, and corporations.
Hi, I am Manuel P. Ruiz, and my topic for today for this report is about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. What is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? It declares that human rights are universal to be enjoyed by all people, no matter who they are or where they live. The Universal Declaration Article number 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms and forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, natural or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Ikaw yung may choice kung ano yung gusto mong gawin sa buhay, ano yung pipiliin mo, kung ano mang kulay, ano mang sex, ano mang gender, or any religious types, kasi may freedom tayo kung ano yung gusto nating piliin. And hindi tayo madidiktahan ng anuman, na kung ano man, hindi nila tayo pwede pakialaman kung ano man yung gusto natin choice sa buhay. That's the article number 2.
Word citizen or global citizen. In the tapestry of human identity, the notion of a global citizen emerged as a powerful force transcending borders and ideologies. Originating with Diogenes of Snow in 412 BC, who declared himself a citizen of the world. This narrative explored the evaluation of this groundbreaking except through history, philosophy, and contemporary movements. Ancient wisdom. Diogenes' declaration disrupted prevailing social identities of ancient Greece, challenging the allegiance to city-states or collective national group. Poet Kanian Pungundran echoed this sentiment in Punaranoru, starting to us all sounds are one, all men our king. Philosophical voices. Philosophical giants like Thomas Paine embraced the idea of a world citizen, declaring, "My word country is the world." Albert Einstein critiqued nationalism, famously terming it the muscles of mankind, and identifying himself as a world citizen.
Good day everyone, my name is Rochelle Balawit and I will be discussing about mondialization or French mondialization. So mondialization is a philosophical response to globalization's perceived dehumanizing effects. It originated from individuals like Gary Davis and Robert Sarazak in the late 1940s, aiming to address global issues by having cities declare themselves as world citizen cities. The movement began in Cahors, France, and quickly spread internationally, with cities worldwide joining in. Its objective was to elect representatives for a People's World Constitutional Convention due to the perceived shortcomings of the United Nations in achieving global peace. Over 1,000 cities, including Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, Hiroshima, and Tokyo, have embraced this concept by declaring themselves as world cities, emphasizing assured responsibility for global challenges. So, mondialization is a social movement aiming to unite the global population under a federative structure that respects cultural diversity. It seeks to establish institutions like a federal world authority, government, and court, transferring some national sovereignty to address global challenges like hunger, peacekeeping, and pollution. The movement envisions collaborative governance based on people's will, intending to solve critical issues affecting humanity by treating a specified territory as world territory, with corresponding rights and responsibilities. Unlike the current nation-state system and the United Nations, mondialization proposes a framework where individuals can elect world officials and participate in creating enforceable world laws, aiming to build a system of true world law based on global sovereignty. And that's all. Thank you.
Earth Anthem Initiative by Shashi Tharoor urged global unity through a collective Earth Anthem. Inspiring planetary consciousness, students are prompted to create lyrics and music for the anthem, fostering a sense of global citizenship
Additionally, they are encouraged to craft the word pledge, means panatang pandaigdig, emphasizing commitment to a shared global responsibility. Tarur's visions align creativity with a call for collective action, engaging students in shaping a harmonious and united global narrative.
Star Hamida Dipikalan, and I will discuss about the criticism of global citizenship. Global citizenship makes every individual to understand and aware of the wider world and their place in it. There are many advantages on this global citizenship. They can build their own understanding of world events, makilahok sa kanilang lokal, pambansa at pandaigdigang komunidad. Pinuputi nila ang kanilang mga argumento at opinyon ng boses. Sa sitwasyon ngayon, napapanahon ang pandaigdigang pagkamamayan upang ang mga mamayan ay mapangalagaan kung ano ang nangyari sa buong mundo. Sa mga tuntunin ng mga isyong pampolitika at ilang mga isyu na namamahala sa pagkapantay-pantay ng bawat individual. On the hand, global citizenship have a negative impact. The superpower countries make this as an advantage to conquer those smaller countries or states. This must be deadly if the superpower countries are abusive. There may be promote only the interests of their country.
Hi everyone, so for today we are gonna talk about a global citizenship rights. The rights of global citizens are embedded in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, first drafted in 1948. After World War I, the core nature of the Universal Declaration grounded in individual liberty, equality, and equity has remained constant. However, the ways in human rights are applied change over time with changes that occur in the political, economic, and social fabric of society. Also, new rights that were not on the 1948 Human Rights Agenda have emerged. For example, digital access rights, LGBT rights, and environmental rights. Some people cite the emergence of new rights in changing political systems as calling forth the need for an updated Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The main problem is related to human rights has been difficulties that the world has had in enforcing them. There is a long and shameful history of disrespect for and abuse of human rights on the part of sovereign states, religious institutions, corporations, and others. A growing number of international mechanisms have been established for reporting human rights abuses. There are also our global, regional, and national courts that exist to adjudicate incidences of human rights abuse. Yet, unfortunately, human rights enforcement mechanisms still have limited legal jurisdiction and many states have not agreed to participate in them. This is yet another reason for a review and update of our current human rights policies and programs.
Hi, I'm Danica Matadas. I tackle about responsibility to understand one's own perspective and the perspectives of others on global issues. In today's interconnection world, understanding one's own perspective and appreciating the diverse viewpoint of others is not just a virtue, it's an indispensable responsibility. As a global citizen, we find ourselves in entwined in complex web of interconnectedness where the consequences of our action ripples across boundaries and impact lives worldwide. The ability to comprehend and respect diverse perspective on global issues is crucial for fostering cooperation, empathy, and sustainable solutions. Responsibility to respect the principle of cultural diversity. In our increasingly interconnected global society, the principle of cultural diversity stands as cornerstone for fostering understanding, tolerance, and unity. Recognizing and respecting cultural diversity is not merely an option. It's a fundamental responsibility that individuals and societies must uphold. Ultimately, embracing the principle of cultural diversity is not just a moral imperative but the strategic is investment in social cohesion and global harmony. By fulfilling this responsibility, individuals contribute to building a world where people from all walks of life can coexist with mutual respect, creating a global community that thrives on the strength of its diversity.
Responsibility to make connections and build relationships with people from other countries and cultures. It is crucial to establish connections and relationships with people from different cultures. Technology and social platforms can help, but our open minds and understanding are the most powerful tools. Systematic change is needed, including educational institutions, governments, and business promoting global awareness and intercultural exchange programs. Building bridges across cultures requires patience, humility, and the willingness to learn. But with each hurdle overcome, humanity grows stronger with trust, respect, and shared progress. Mahalaga rin na magkaroon tayo ng maayos na relasyon at connection sa mga taong mula sa iba't ibang bansa para matanggal ang cultural barriers na meron ng bawat bansa. Kabilang narito ang lengguwahe at religious differences. Dagdag pa dito, maganda ito para sa economic growth at global stability. Responsibility to understand the ways in which the peoples and countries of the world are interconnected and interdependent. Recognizing our interconnectedness requires a sense of global responsibility and empathy towards those whose lives are intertwined with ours. This responsibility can manifest in various ways, such as supporting organizations working towards global solutions, educating ourselves about the lives of people in different parts of the world, advocating for policies promoting international cooperation and human rights, and choosing to consume consciously. Understanding our interconnectedness is not about sacrificing individual identities or national interests, but about recognizing the interconnectedness of human exchange and learning from each other. Nagkaroon ng koneksyon sa mga tao mula sa iba't ibang bansa ay kailangan ng empathy. Dapat ay may mabuting pagkakaunawa tayo na iba ang kanilang kinalakihan at paraan ng pamumuhay sa atin. Kaya natin tong gawin sa pamamaraan ng pagsuporta sa mga advokasya tungkol sa human rights, organisasyon na ukol sa mga global na pangsolusyon tulad ng climate change at iba pa.
Responsibility to understand global issues. Global citizens have the responsibility to understand the major global issues that affect their lives. Because understanding global issue is a shared responsibility that empowers individuals to contribute positively to the world. Dahil responsibilidad natin na malaman ang mga posibilidad na maging problema ng ating bansa at ang kakulangan ng mga pangangailangan para mabigyan din natin ng pansin ang lumalaking populasyon ng buong mundo. Responsibility to advocate for greater international cooperation with other nations. Global citizens need to play activist roles in urging greater international cooperations between their nations and others. Ang pangdaigdigang pakikipagtulungan sa iba pang mga bansa ay nagmumula sa pangangailangan at pagsusulong ng makatarungan at pantay-pantay na relasyon at pakikiisa sa pangdaigdigang komunidad para sa kapayapaan at kaunlaran. Kaya't mahalaga para sa mga pandaigdigang mamamayan na magbigay ng payo kung paano makikipagtulungan sa iba pang mga bansa, sa ibang mga bansa upang matugunan ang isyong ito kung paano mairesolba at masolusyonan.
Everyone, I'm Juliana T. Ballesteros, and my topic is about responsibility for advocating for the implementation of international agreements, convention, treaties related to global issues. So, global citizens have the responsibility to advocate for having their countries ratify and implement the global agreements, convention, and treaties that they have signed. So, for the individual, it is to have a moral that duty to raise awareness about global issues within their communities and hold governments accountable for fulfilling commitments made under these agreements. Overall, this is a responsibility for advocating for the implementation of international agreements lies with both governments and individual. Government must fulfill their obligation by ratifying these agreements and enacting domestic legislation accordingly. Individuals have a moral duty to raise awareness about global issues within their communities and hold governments accountable for fulfilling commitments made under the agreements. Through collecting effort at both levels, we can ensure that international agreements are effectively implemented to address pressing global challenges.
Before I will tackle this topic, since was Eunice's topic, but she left in our group, so I decided to report this. So this topic is number 8 is responsibility for advocating for more effective global equity and justice in each of the value domains of the world's community. So the demand for global equity and justice resonates across the various landscapes of the global community in an era of unparalleled connectivity and interdependence. So in an era marked by unprecedented connectivity and interdependence, so the call for the global equity and justice reverberates across the diverse landscapes of the world community. And one must address injustice and inequities in each of the value domains that shape our global society in order to be a responsible advocate. So, for being responsibility for advocate is for more effective that global equity and justice transcends borders that encompasses a holistic approach. So that is involves addressing economic, social, environmental, political, and cultural education and educational disparities with a commitment to creating a world where every individual, that regardless their backgrounds, that opportunity to thrive. These are my members of the group, and thank you for watching.